and speed came handy to me in this scenario because there are topic-wise distribution of the Q bank initially, and also there are a lot of grand lists, the INI CET pattern as well as the NEET SS pattern. So I focused on the INI CET pattern, the 80 question format pattern, and I kept redoing those tests daily.
I bring in all the wishes and greetings on behalf of all the faculty members of Speed Medical Institute to Dr. Prasad Ajay Chanavar for scoring AML rank 1, CML rank 1 in MCH neurosurgery in INI SS November 2025 session. Congratulations to you, doctor.
Thank you very much, sir.
So great to have you. Can you tell us your brief background history from where you started till date? What
Yeah.
all you faced?
Yes, sir. I started my MBBS in Grand Government Medical College, Mumbai in 2015. I
Great.
completed it by 2021. That was the COVID area. That time I took one drop year and I prepared for my NEET PG at that time. After securing in 2022, I got my NEET PG rank and I secured MS General Surgery at my same institute at MS at Grand Government Medical College. I'm completing my MS General Surgery from the same institute only.
Excellent.
And after that, I planned for neurosurgery. That is why I applied for the INICT exam.
Fantastic. To do UG and PG in the same place is like your
Yeah,
home.
yeah, sir.
Almost 8, 9 years.
Yeah, sir. It's 8, 9 years now.
Yeah.
It feels
So
like home now.
great. Now, can you tell us why neurosurgery is your passion?
Neurosurgery as a passion. Actually, uh, it's a very, I don't know how many will agree with this, but this is something which I feel the strongest memories have the strongest colors. And my strongest memory of the OT is the brightest or the darkest green which I ever saw was in the neurosurgery OT. The reddest of the red was in the neurosurgery OT. And that was the ultimate kick I ever got. Like, I studied in a lot of OTs, exploratory laparotomy, even Sina Whipples. A lot of cases I've seen. But the kick you get by sheerly standing in that OT, that was something very different. I still remember completing that OT at 3 a.m. The OT got finished at 3 a.m. It was a subdural hematoma evacuation by Dr. Sagar Patil sir at our JJ hospitals. I had attended that surgery, and after attending that surgery, I still woke up at 7 a.m. to go to their rounds. And I felt that okay, if I can do this, if I'm liking this, then maybe this might be the road I want to go on. That is how did because that is how I always felt that if I want to do something, that I should get a feeling every time I enter the OT like this. So that is the feeling which I get, like that feeling. So in chase of that feeling, I think this journey has brought me here.
Fantastic. So that's how, I mean, I think it works with the passion and the style.
Yeah,
So good. So that's the same thing I had for cardiothoracic also. So
nice to know,
same
sir.
feel. The same kind of a feel. The maximum kick and the adrenaline picks up when we do something which you really are passionate doing it.
Yeah, and it was not even that I was operating. It was just I was seeing that thing.
Now you're
And even if I'm getting that much amount of thrill by just looking at it, yeah, there were a lot of things. I saw the residents there. They were like, Prasad, do you really want to go join neurosurgery? You see us working day and night here. You see us sleeping anytime. Like I've seen that kind of scenario, but I said, sir, this is something I'm enjoying right now. So let that feeling stay.
Shubham. Now, can you tell us once you decided to do neurosurgery, then what you
Yes.
did, what was your strategy to get rank number one?
Yes, sir. So my initial plan for this set of examinations was to get through this examination because uh, we got relieved a bit late. Thoda sa late, we got relieved in our institute. Still had enough time to prepare because belonging from Maharashtra. Here, the university exams are still going on. So I had my university exam also coming up, and also my INICD coming up for me. So my target was to get a decent clearing in this examination, whether it be a qualifying, whether it be anything which I can get. I just wanted to get through all the material which I had in my hand for neurosurgery, to study it completely, to give out the maximum which I can give in this attempt. And then if I cannot get through this attempt, then maybe the 6 months down the line or एक attempt आने ही वाला है. Then one another attempt is coming 6 months down the line. That was my thought when I entered this when I started studying for the exam. Eventually, after I started studying for the exam, I realized that the target is achievable. We can achieve it. 7 days down the line, after I finished my notes and everything, I completed my notes by then. So I thought that this is probably achievable. I just need to solve all MCQs. I need to give tests, multiple tests, review my weak areas. And if I keep continuing doing that, then probably I'll get a decent rank this time. So I just followed down that path. I did not alter it anymore.
Great. Now, who introduced speed to you, and what was your experience in preparing with speed?
My experience with preparing with speed was I had already prepared my notes. So my main concern, even during my PG preparation and even during this preparation, was giving tests, the number of tests I wanted to give, and reviewing them again and again. And speed came handy to me in this scenario because there are topic-wise distribution of the Q bank initially, and also there are a lot of grand tests, the INI CET pattern as well as the NEET SS pattern. So I focused on the INI CET pattern, the 80 question format pattern, and I kept redoing those tests daily. I used to give a grand test daily. I would give it in the morning. After I'm done with my grand test, I would review that grand test. I would mark those topics which I am failing at, and and I would go back to my notes. That is how I did my revision because I did not have enough time to revise the notes completely. I could not do continuous cycles of revisions of notes. So I did a staggered pattern. I used to do I knew there are certain topics in neurosurgery which I knew that I was confident on that. I won't get 90% of the time I won't get them wrong. But there were some topics which I was still confused on. I knew I could not clear those topics just by reading the notes because I had read the notes and I still could not get those topics. So question and doing solving the questions was the only way out of it. So I kept solving, and eventually, slowly, I got the confusion out of my head on how to approach those questions.
So the language of exam is MCQ. You've been thoroughly working on the MCQs. You knew it. I mean, this way we need to strike, and whatever I want to learn, I learn and hit on MCQs.
Yeah, that was my entire approach because I knew I cannot. Neurosurgery being a big topic, I cannot complete it. Neither I can complete Greenberg nor I can complete human. So the only best scenario is the notes I have available in my hand and the MCQs which I have in my hand. And since the time was less, so I went retrograde. I went from MCQs to the topics which I was confused on.
So what was the duration of your preparation?
My duration of preparation was 1.5 months.
Or 1.5 months was the
Yeah,
entire journey.
yeah,
It's quite inspiring. So, I mean, it's a full-time preparation. I mean, it's
yeah,
all been
yeah.
almost, huh?
Yes, sir. It is a full time preparation only. Like I got relieved. I started studying in the morning. जितना time मिलता था, whatever time I could utilize, I did that.
So, I mean, what kind of videos you saw? I mean, what?
Uh, I majorly saw solution videos, any T&D discussion part, any question answer discussion part. That kind of videos I used to see. And I knew ki I actually had very less time to prepare. So I had in the back of my mind that I cannot see a lot of videos and I cannot approach multiple platforms for videos because it would eventually waste my time and they reduce my the what I can say the potency of my revision.
Okay.
It won't be as efficient. My revisions won't be as efficient if I keep continuing tracking different sources, asking, seeing the same videos. I see brain abscess in one video, I see another brain abscess in another video. It just keeps taking time. Rather than that, I'll solve questions on brain abscess for half an hour and clear my doubts on brain abscess completely.
Okay.
That was my entire approach.
So, your primary focus was to solve as many MCQs as possible, as many
Yeah,
GPs as possible. Whatever the knowledge and resource required, go back if required to see the notes or the videos. Am I right?
yes.
Now, how many questions did you attend, doctor?
I attempted 80 questions.
I think you're clear on everything. I mean, clear on your preparation, clear on the solving MCQs, clear on number of attempts.
Yes,
Superb.
sir. Actually, I start when I was giving GTs. I made a point that I'll give one GT every day. Sometimes it would be two GTs because it is easier. Like, there are only 80 questions, and 80 questions have four options, and you get the time to revise them all in a 4 to 5 hours of period. You can review the entire GTs. So you can give one GT per day. You can review it in 4 to 5 hours. And what I saw was there was a certain part of questions which I used to mark that I know definitely the answer of these questions. There were a set of questions which I knew that I was confused upon. I knew how to eliminate two options. So I used to always keep a count of those questions where I was confused in two options. And I would still go ahead by marking those questions, whether to see whether I'm right or wrong, based on the knowledge I had. And eventually, I realized that I'm better at ticking off those elimination things. So I decided that if it comes to shove, the push comes to shove in the exam, I'll attempt 80 questions.
Fantastic. I mean, can I ask you this question? I mean, were you
Yes.
aiming for rank one?
No, no, not at all. My primary aim was to just clear this examination because I told Saber I never had this in mind initially. Only after 7 to 10 days of my preparation, starting my preparation, that I thought that yes, we can achieve a decent seat in this INI CET examination if we keep continuing doing these GTs. If I keep focusing on my notes, I knew that one I would definitely get one decent seat if I keep putting giving this effort.
So after giving the exam, did you feel that you'll get ranked one?
No, not at all because I saw the paper. It was too easy. After that paper, walked out and I was thinking that the margin for error is very less in this paper because the paper was genuinely easy. I felt a lot of my colleagues and my friends even thought that the paper was very easy. At least the neurosurgery part, it was easy. They could have gone much higher. But after walking off the paper, I realized that it might not be the same this year. I thought that this year I might not make it because the error margin was very less.
So the giving a real exam and the GT, when we are giving both, I mean, how did
Yeah.
it? I mean, it was easier than the GT or tougher than the GT or it's like another GT?
It was just like another GT. That is the exact aim I was going for throughout my preparation. That the exam should feel just like another GT. That is why give a GT daily.
Great. Now, can you share something on the paper? What did they focus on this paper more?
They focused more on the basic aspects. They
Basic
wanted to see
aspects of
whether I know
neurosurgery or basic aspects of general
basic
surgery?
basic aspects of neurosurgery. Whether the person appearing for the exam knows the basic concepts of the neurosurgery. They did not go for very high end things. They did not go for very high end things. There might be some 4 or 5 questions in the exam which were looking at high end things. For example, there was one bionic arm question. There was this somatosensory evoked potential questions. I remember they did have those kind of questions, but general pro forma for the exam was to see whether the surgeon can approach the neurosurgery aspect. The same goes applies for the general surgery part of the exam as well. They were trying to see whether we know what the general approach or the basic approach to the patient should be.
Great. Now, interview part, what did you prepare? How did you prepare? What you had an experience in your interview? What did they ask you?
And in my interview part, they asked the basic questions. They asked me to introduce myself, the institutes I did my MBBS and MS from, and they started off. The first interview question was I clearly remember because I could not answer it. There was this question on triphasic response after removal of a craniopharyngioma. I knew that craniopharyngioma causes diabetes insipidus, but at that time the knowledge left me, and I ended up answering SIDs. Like I was thinking, okay, let it go. But the interviewers were very friendly. They said that if you don't know the answer, just say I don't know, and we'll skip to another question. So that was very good for me. I just said sorry, sir, I don't know, and they skipped to another question, which I answered then afterwards because the questions were then pretty simple because they asked me ventriculostomy access points. Then they asked, I believe, primary and secondary glioblastoma predilection in the lobes as well as the mutations which may occur in them. So it was basic stuff which they asked afterwards.
Very good. Now, after you finish your interview, still you felt that you have a place in topmost rank in ESS?
No, no, no. So I told now, after walking off that exam, I was very discouraged because I had made some silly mistakes in that exam. I came out of that exam hall. I was thinking, how could I make those mistakes? But I was really anxious at that
After
time.
the interview.
No, no, after not later, after the theory part only. After the theory part only, when I walked off, I thought that this exam might not have been that well because the question, like I said, the questions were easy. They were approach based, so I thought that the margin for error would be very less.
When the results came, then it was rank one. What happened after that?
Uh, I cannot tell, sir. Cannot describe the feeling, sir. No, cannot describe the feeling. I was very happy. I called up my parents. I told them that this is I got my rank and I might get now in the neurosurgery brand which I wanted from early days. So they were also very happy. The rest other than that I cannot describe.
Great. Wonderful. I mean, at times in life, I mean,
Yeah.
once in a lifetime. It's a
Yeah.
great feel probably that could would have
Yes, sir.
had.
Yes,
And
sir.
we have planned to take an institute. Already you have decided or yet to decide?
I want to take Nimans Institute.
Very good. So it's a great journey and your
Thank you, sir.
accomplishment of a neurosurgery with a style. I mean, what is that one advice what you want to give or a message you want to give for juniors who are aspiring for neurosurgery?
Stick to one source of notes and keep solving GTs. The GTs will point out the deficits because eventually what happens if you don't give MCQ, don't solve MCQs, what happens is you keep cycling back to the notes and you may tend to skip the parts of the notes. There is a active revision, there is a passive revision. Passive revision involves just flipping of the pages. That okay, target done, abscess done, this done. That should not be the key here. That active revision should take part here. There will be some parts of the note that you definitely know. There will be some parts of the note where you're confused, and confusions can be only brought out when you solve questions. That is when the confusion becomes very clear. Yes, I'm confused in this topic. So I believe giving GTs and MCQs will clear that confusion out because there are a lot of teachers to help in this scenario. Many of the time there is test and discussion as well. The test and discussion part helps because this is where the teacher tells you how they have approached to this question, and it brings clarity of thought to you. That okay, this is how I should have approached this question.
Great. Now, time to thank and whom all you want to thank that they helped you to reach where you are today.
I would like to thank my parents, my friends at Grand Government Medical College, my colleagues, and my faculties at Grand Government Medical College, especially Dr. Girish Bakshi sir, Dr. Age Mandarwar sir, for guiding me throughout this journey.
Great. So once again, we wish you on behalf of Speed team all the
Thank you
best,
very much, sir.
all the success for a great and a wonderful career and MCH neurosurgery. As a neurosurgeon, you're going to help millions. Wish you best all the best.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.